Why hello there internet, I'm Connor from the Guild of Awesome, and today I'm going to show you how to get almost every achievement / trophy in the original Mass Effect 3. First off, let's take a look at the achievements. We have these unmissable ones that you'll get just from completing the game. It'll take either 2 full playthroughs, or 1 and a bit depending on if you import a Mass Effect 2 character. For our first playthrough, we will begin as an engineer on Insanity. Being an engineer is not needed for any achievements, as you can get the ability achievements from your squad mates. However, engineers can use Overload and Incinerate, making them the most versatile class in the game. We'll get so many achievements in one playthrough, with not much to mention right now. I should say that there are only 2 differences from the Xbox and PlayStation versions. The achievement for Overload 100 enemy shields is named differently, or it's possibly a regional difference. And the second difference, like always, is that the PlayStation has the Platinum trophy, the N7. You get that one for getting all other trophies. For playthrough 2, we'll import our Mass Effect 3 character that we just beat the game with. The most notable achievement here is Gunsmith. You can only get this one during a New Game Plus. There is one goddamn multiplayer achievement, which requires us to reach 100% on each sector on the galaxy map. This is still possible to do, and you can even do it on your own. On the multiplayer menu, pick random map from the selection, pick any enemy type, and pick any challenge that you prefer. Because we selected random map, completing a match will increase the progress of all systems. It's a massive grind however, as it will only go up around 3% per match. And also don't forget that over time the progress decreases, so you have to grind even more. It took me around a full day of grinding to max out all the zones and get the achievement. I will only be covering a Paragon playthrough, since there are no Paragon or Renegade related achievements. You can find timestamps in the description below, and with that said, we can get stuck in. So from the main menu, click on New Game, and ideally you want to import a character from Mass Effect 2. Some quests and dialogue, and even the outcome of some characters will change depending on whether or not you import a character across. You will also unlock the Long Service achievement in one playthrough instead of 2, as if we don't import a character now, we'll need to import our Mass Effect 3 character into a New Game Plus and play through the entire game again. Even when we import a character, we still get a chance to go through character creation. We can change our appearance and class. Your appearance is up to you, but for your class, pick Engineer. Your gender only affects who you can romance. Male characters can romance Ashley, Steve and Liara. You can also carry on a romance with Tali, Jack, Miranda and Liara again. Femsheps can romance Traynor, Kaidan and Liara. They can also carry over a romance with Garrus. Some romances don't get you the achievement, like Fane's, Jacob's, James, Javik's, Samara's and Diana's. So focus on the main 3. Again, for male sheps that is Ashley, Steve and Liara, and for femsheps that is Traynor, Kaidan and Liara. After we get control of Shepard, you get a story achievement, but make sure to go into the settings and change the difficulty to Insanity. If we imported a character, we get a huge head start with our skills. If you don't have the head start, get at least level 1 in Overload, and then focus on Fitness, then Tech Mastery, and then back to Overload, and then Incinerate. Make sure Overload and Incinerate are mapped to a button, as we will use Incinerate on enemies, and then follow up with Overload to create an explosion. Do that 50 times to get an achievement. Also keep in mind to spam Incinerate to set enemies on fire. Do that 100 times to get the Pyromaniac achievement. If you didn't pick the Engineer class, then you can use your squad mates' abilities to get these achievements. We'll also need to kill 100 enemies with melee attacks. I recommend saving this for the Husks, as you can usually one-hit them with a heavy attack. If not, shoot them a bit and then heavy punch them to finish them off. You may find the ending of the tutorial quite hard, but all you need to do here is run out of ammo. When Liara joins us, keep in mind that we need to lift 100 enemies into the air. Pull and Singularity works best for this, but any ability that knocks down an enemy also works, like Concussive Shot. Later on, when we meet the shield-bearing Guardians, we need to snipe them through the slot in the shield 10 times to get the male slot achievement. It doesn't have to be a sniper, any gun will do it, but obviously a sniper rifle is best. In the next room we encounter the First Centurions. Use Overload to remove their shield 100 times for an achievement. When we reach the Citadel, we can recruit a news reporter to the Normandy. There are no achievements tied to her, but you can romance her, but she does not give you the Paramore achievement. At the hospital you can recruit Dr. Chakwas back to the Normandy. No achievements tied to her, and unfortunately you can't romance her. What the fuck is that about? Interact with any shop here to get an achievement. Also check the shops and buy every armor piece that you can. You need to collect 2 full sets of armor for an achievement. Then visit Ashley or Kaidan. Head to the embassy, and on the left we can get our first eavesdrop quest.
That the Vol Protectorate wishes to assist with the Alliance project. We had a Prothean obelisk that might have helped. Sadly, it was lost in the Shrike Abyssal.
Head to the other side of the embassy, and enter the first room on the left to meet Commander Bailey in his office. We're only going to do this to spawn the reporter. Now head into the office on the right to progress the story. After the meeting, head into the Spectre office across the hall. There are 2 important terminals in there. The email terminal will be used in some quests, as we can press a button to move the quest forward, and the terminal next to it sells some awesome weapons. But if you ever miss any equipment or quest items in a mission, then you can buy them here. On our way out, speak to the reporter.
Commander Shepard! Commander, the people of the... Commander Shepard, Khaleesa bint Seen and Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khaleesa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying. But I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. I haven't always spoken kindly of the military, but I'm glad you're on our side.
Speak to James for a scene.
Hey, Commander.
Head back to the ship, and after the cutscenes you're free to explore the ship. If you're a femme shep and want to romance Traynor, make sure to speak to her after each mission. Interact with the terminal next to her to read your emails. We'll get a quest to clear a base, and if you have the From Ashes DLC, you'll also get the quest in an email as well. Head up to your cabin and customise your armour for an achievement. Head down to the crew deck and head into Liara's room for a scene. We'll find some items during missions that we can convert into an upgrade at Glyph Station. You get to choose between one of 2 upgrades. It's up to you which option you want to take. Also make sure to speak with Liara after each mission if you want to romance her. She also has a message terminal that you can read. There are no quests from this, it's only extra lore. Head down to the shuttle bay and on the left we have the weapon bench. Add an attachment to any weapon for an achievement. The terminal next to it will upgrade the stats of a weapon. I recommend saving your money and not doing this until New Game Plus. The terminal to the right is a shop. It connects to every other shop that you have interacted with, so you can buy everything in one place, but at a higher price. If you're a male shep and want to romance Steve, make sure to speak with him after each mission. Now use the Galaxy map and we will do the From Ashes DLC. Mass Effect 3's scanning system is by far the simplest in the trilogy. All you need to do is press the left trigger to scan everything in a circle around the ship. We need to gather everything possible for some achievements. In Utopia we can find some fuel, and a war asset on Zion. Now travel over to Asgard, and we can find a glyph upgrade on Bor. And there's a war asset on Tyre. There's some fuel and another war asset on Terra Nova. And finally, there's a war asset on Loki. Get the attention of the Reapers by scanning multiple times and then leave the system as they spawn to get an achievement. If you need to get to a specific location while being chased by Reapers, a useful trick to know is that when you leave a system and re-enter, you will reappear in the area from the opposite side of where you left. So if you leave the system on the right side and then re-enter, you will appear on the left side. Now let's do the From Ashes DLC. There's a side quest we need to do for an achievement. In the first cabin, cabin 6, we can find a computer with some intel on it. We need to find 2 more computers with intel to get an achievement.
Shepard, this Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back against Cerberus.
After we kill the first set of enemies, go through cabin 5, and on the left for the second intel PC.
More intel to help the colonists. The more we find, the better chance they'll have.
The last intel PC is on the right cabin after the second set of enemies.
Perfect. This intel will give Eden Prime's resistance movement a real chance to push Cerberus out of their colony.
At the end of the mission, an Atlas will drop down. We need to hijack an Atlas for an achievement. Now, there are videos online showing you that you can steal several mechs throughout the game. However, I only have a 90% success with a specific Atlas. If you want to try and hijack any mechs until the one I show you, then what you need to do is use Overload to remove its shield, and then blast the cockpit window until it shatters. Then shoot the pilot in the head, and then you should be able to jump inside. From my tests, the mechs either explode when the pilots die, and other times I just couldn't get inside the mech, even though the game was prompting me to. After the mission, let's head back to the galaxy map, and we'll clear out Kite's Nest. We can find some fuel, a glyph upgrade on Verush, and we can find an artifact for a later side quest on Kar-Shan. In Untral, we can find some fuel, and we can get some credits on a deck. Head over to Hades Gamma. On Trebin, we can find some credits and some fuel.
I found something.
Plutus only has a war asset on Donuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Dis, we can find some fuel and some credits on Clensal. In Farinata, we can find some fuel, and we can find a war asset on Juntama.
Signal confirmed.
In Kakus, we can find some fuel and some credits on Kohi. Now to Sigurd's Cradle. We can find a war asset on Watson and some fuel.
I found something.
Head to the chorus, where we can find some fuel and some credits on Linnea. Let's do the Cerberus Lab mission.
Commander, I've got a hail from Admiral Hackett.
Put him through, Lieutenant.
Shepard, we've uncovered a secret Cerberus lab, function unknown. We sent in a recon team, but they were forced to pull out before they got very far.
Any other intel?
We think they're using the facility to warehouse and study Reaper tech. We've been wondering how Cerberus is connected to the Reapers, and this might give us some answers.
We're on it.
Find out what Cerberus is doing and get me any Reaper tech samples you can, Commander. Hack it out.
So these N7 missions are the devs reusing the multiplayer maps and giving them a single player mission. We need to complete all of them for an achievement. Clear out the first group of enemies and the map will be clear for us to loot. We can find a quest item, Failed Medigel Experimental Data. This is for a quest later on.
Will only lead to Medigel advances for Hanar. Only Cerberus would call that a failure.
The last section of this mission is very difficult. Once you have claimed the second artifact, it becomes a horde mode until Cortez arrives. Head back to the dock and bunker down until he comes back.
We just need to hold out until Cortez can pick us up.
Nothing like having your back to the wall.
Never said it would be easy.
Commander, we've got our best engineers looking at the Reaper tech you secured from that lab.
What was Cerberus doing with it?
We don't know yet, but whatever Cerberus is up to, it can't be good. Even if we can't determine its purpose, we've disrupted their experiments.
I doubt they'll just close up shop.
Agreed. We'll keep sending strikes against the facility. Good work, Commander.
Now head to Apian Crest. There's no loot in Trebia, so head to Gamai, and we can find 2 sets of fuel and a war asset on Ferios.
Evasion successful. Reapers eluded.
Then head to Castellius, where we can find some fuel, and on Digeris we can find an artifact for a quest later on. Now for Palaven. When we encounter our first brute, make sure to take its health down to the last bar, and then kill it as it charges towards you for an achievement. You may find the ending of this mission difficult. Luckily, there is a special weapon. It will nuke a large section of the map, so try and use it to kill both brutes at once.
Got it. Move into the compound!
Moving! Right behind you!
Back on the ship, after a few cutscenes, we can talk to the crew. Make sure to speak with your romance option, use the glyph upgrade station, and speak with Traynor to get a quest.
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I did not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it could be Cerberus. She saw some similarities to the faked encryption protocols.
I'll take your word for it.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Traynor, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
Also, read your emails for some more quests, as well as starting the Omega and the Leviathan DLCs. First, let's do some exploring. Start with the Minos Wasteland, where we can find some credits and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
Next is the Shrike Abyssal, which has some credits and some fuel.
I found something.
In Erla Rast, we have an artifact for a quest and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
Now let's do Grissom Academy. The only hard part I found was at the first courtyard section. I recommend running up halfway up the platform to your right. Guardians will spawn on either side of you, so deal with them first, then kill all the remaining soldiers before dealing with the Atlas. Further into the mission, we can find some biotic amp schematics for a quest on the Citadel.
Looks like schematics for amp interfaces. Not as good as what we already have, but still worth a look.
Back on the ship, read your emails, and you may have a scene with Steve depending on your choices with him. Now head to the Citadel. On the docks we can speak with Miranda. Cortez may also be here depending on your relationship so far.
Listen, honey, please.
Commander Shepard, it's been far too long. We live in interesting times.
A little too interesting.
I couldn't get anywhere near you when the Alliance had you locked up.
Relieved of duty. It was complicated.
I'm sure it was. I'm surprised they didn't court-martial you. The Alliance isn't known for its flexibility.
Doesn't matter now.
Shepard, about Earth.
Countless people lost their lives within minutes. The Reapers are everything we feared.
They should have listened to you a long time ago. I'm sorry, Shepard.
What about you? What brings you here?
I need to talk to a few people. Like you. The Citadel is a good place to meet. For now. What's the Alliance's next move?
We have a plan. It's a long shot.
Not surprising. Shepard? There's something I wanted to mention.
What is it?
I haven't heard from my sister, Oriana, for a while. I'm getting worried.
Your sister?
My father never stopped looking for her. Even when I was working for Cerberus, I used every resource they had to hide her, and I knew he'd find her somehow. My father is obsessed. Dangerous. I don't want Ariana to suffer like I did.
What do you need from me?
I appreciate the offer, Shepard, but you have your hands full. If I need a door or two kicked down, I know just who to call. But for now, I'll be fine.
Okay. I understand.
I have to figure this out.
You will.
Head to the embassies first, and there is a quest to the left of the elevator.
But what I need is... I fully understand the situation. Of course I read through the names of the dead every day, but... Please! Please. A few more minutes of searching could mean a lifetime of peace for my family.
Someone in your family is MIA?
My son Bilal. And bureaucratic compassion seems to be in short supply. I'm Ambassador Dominic Osoba. My son's squad returned from their mission on Benning without him. I found them drinking, but they won't even look me in the eye. I can offer a bounty for any information. If Bilal's alive, we want him home. If he's dead, then we can begin to mourn him.
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Either way, you will set my mind at ease.
Hand over an artifact to the Volus.
I think I recovered the obelisk you mentioned from the Shrike Abyssal. It's waiting in Bay D24.
Really? Thank you, Earth Clan. Were your people involved in a secret construction project of some sort, I am certain this obelisk would help.
Head up the stairs and speak with the Solarian for another quest. This quest changes significantly depending on if you did the Kazumi DLC in Mass Effect 2.
Commander Shepard, John Dumbao, Special Tactics and Recon. I've got intel suggesting that high-level Hanar officials may be indoctrinated.
That's a damning accusation. What have you got?
Evidence of an Alliance Black Ops team raiding a Batarian research station. The Batarians were studying Reaper technology.
The Batarians had Reaper technology?
The Alliance raid turned into a massacre, and the humans ended up with nothing. Your people faked a power failure to hide the incident.
The Batarians would have gone to war if they'd found out. But how does this implicate the Hanar?
They maintained discreet gray market trade relationships with the Batarians, and led the Alliance to the station. We suspect those Hanar operatives escaped with Batarian tech. If your reports on the Reapers are accurate, they could already be indoctrinated.
What's your source on all this?
It was an anonymous gift, but I believe it came from a thief named Kasumi Goto. I've been after her for years.
Kasumi? You're hunting a thief?
A master thief. Her intelligence and skill are almost Solarian.
I'm sure she'd appreciate praise from the Spectre who's chasing her down.
I only need her data. I admire her personally, and since she sent me this, I assume her feelings are mutual.
What do you need me to do?
The Hanar operative is now a diplomat on the Citadel. I don't have a public name, and the Hanar will go to ground if I make a formal inquiry.
So we're hunting.
I'm tracking suspicious transmissions to the Hanar homeworld. I could use your help.
Let me see what I can dig up at the Spectre office.
Thanks, Shepard. And for the record, not everyone doubted your concerns about the Reapers. I just hope we're not too late.
So, remember when you helped me get KG's grey box from Donovan Hawk? The one with information that could start a war?
Information like an Alliance Black Ops raid on a Batarian research lab?
I figured it wouldn't hurt to leak it now. Especially if there really is an indoctrinated jellyfish out there. Crazier than usual. If you don't mind me tagging along cloaked, maybe I can help you dig up some dirt on the Hanar.
I'd appreciate it.
Use the Spectre terminal and authorize any emails that you have.
Shepard, I'm checking security reports. Can you track the transfers coming from the Hanar embassy?
On it.
Bao's got a good plan. Hanar are predictable. Anything suspicious in their terminal use should narrow down our list of suspects.
So you approve of Bao?
Absolutely. He's a good Spectre. The galaxy needs more like him.
And the fact that he's trying to arrest you?
Well, nobody's perfect.
Head back across the embassies and use the terminal on the wall.
Bow, I have some possible hits. Got some strange money transfers on Balone, and Elune is sending a lot of data.
Balone's clean. His money transfers are to support his mistress. Not sure about Elune. I'll pull his bio.
I'll check Olune's personal records and pull his recent messages.
Can I just note how odd it is for a Hanar to have a mistress?
You know, if Bow catches up with you, I can grant you immunity.
What, if I join up? Last time I did that, you wrote me into a suicide mission.
I didn't say you had to join up.
You were working your way around to it.
Now head back to the holding area. There's another terminal in the entrance.
Bow, Olune's doing some heavy lobbying for the Hanar to support the war effort.
So he's clearly not indoctrinated. Who's opposing him?
An unnamed Hanar.
It all comes down to the war, and you trying to pull everyone into it.
Would you rather the Reapers win?
I'd rather spend whatever time I have left with KG.
KG wouldn't want you to spend all your time plugged into that thing.
Well, he shouldn't have died then.
There is a choice by the entrance. Pick either one, it doesn't matter who, but we need the war asset.
Please, my family's on board. Just let them land. I'll pay.
There's another terminal at the end of the area.
I've got a list of new Hanar arrivals, Bow. Forwarding it to you.
Damn. These are all face names. The Hanar names from the Alliance raid are soul names. And Hanar soul names are private. There's no public record. Can you get back to their personal communications?
So how's the rest of the gang? Met up with anybody else?
Garrus is helping out on the Normandy.
He never could pass up a good fight. What about Jacob?
Haven't heard from him.
See, Jacob could have gotten me back onto the Normandy.
I thought you were happy with your memories of KG.
Hey, I'm nostalgic, not dead.
Depending on your choices in Mass Effect 2, then Kelly will be in the next section of shelters. For Paragon, make sure to pick the bottom option to save her.
Tell him Garrus Vicarian would...
Yeoman Kelly Chambers.
Shepard, it's really you. I could just hug you.
It's good to see you too, Kelly.
I've been so worried. Without my Cerberus contacts, I had no way of knowing if you'd survived the invasion.
Come back to the Normandy.
Please believe me. I want nothing more than to be with you again, but I can't. Ever since the Collectors abducted us, I relive it every night. I see Joker running out. Then that cold hand pulls me back. They're above me, around me. They stuff me into that coffin, and I'm relieved that they aren't touching me anymore. But then it's so small. You can't breathe. It seems like forever. I watched people melt. God.
Hey, it's okay.
I'm fine. I just can't step back onto the Normandy. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
And even if I could, I shouldn't. I'm making a difference here. If there was ever a reason I studied psychology, it was to help people at a time like this.
Don't take chances with Cerberus. Change your look. Change your name. Get new identification.
That takes time, and the people here need my help.
Do it, Kelly.
Okay, I will. If you think I should. I'm so glad you found me. Seeing you makes everything right again. Oh, and your fish. Nobody was going to take care of them with you in custody, so I saved them. I'll send them back to you. Oh, I need to run. Please be careful.
Hand over an artifact to the Bartarian to complete a quest.
We have faced adversity and overcome. This is but a test.
I recovered your Pillars of Strength from the Kite's Nest. They're yours, waiting in Bay D24.
Thank you. Right now, my people need any reminder of the faith they can get.
Scan a terminal on our way out of the docks, and then head back to the embassy.
Bow, here's the correspondent.
I've got it. A recent arrival. Zemandis. Sole name regards the works of the Enkindlers in despair. He was with the Alliance team that massacred the Batarians. He's been on special research assignment ever since.
So he got his tentacles on some Reaper tech.
Looks that way. I'm sending you the nav point for his office. I'll meet you there.
Go to the first terminal we scanned for the last part of this quest.
Zamandus?
Or should I say, regards the works of the Enkindlers in despair?
It seems this one has been apprehended, but confinement is irrelevant. The work of the Enkindlers cannot be stopped.
You're insane, and we can't allow you to endanger your planet. We're taking you into custody.
Your belief in your victory is mistaken. Our planetary defense network is largely automated. It can be disabled with a single virus, which I have just uploaded.
Damn it. Wait. A virus would be detected unless sent on low-priority channels, which have a time lag. I may be able to block the upload.
You may be delayed.
Help him! I'll handle this! Got it. Upload's disabled. Looks like we're in the... Wait. He's got some kind of failsafe. Get down!
She was here the entire time.
She was an old friend.
I intended to arrest her.
She helped me take down the Collectors. And she just gave her life to save the Hanar homeworld.
Point taken. It was an honor to work with you, Shepard. When the time comes, I'll be there to return the favor. With a few friends.
You can come out now.
How'd you know?
Lucky guess.
There's no way you're recruiting me to fight in a galactic war.
The Crucible Project needs technical experts.
I'm not a scientist.
No, but you're the best thief in the galaxy, and you can hack unfamiliar technology better than anyone. They could use your help. And think of it. All that expensive tech just lying around. It's not like they're gonna check your pockets at the end of the project.
You say the nicest things. All right. I'm in. And Shep. Nice working with you again.
Now let's go to Purgatory. Eavesdrop on the woman by the entrance for a quest.
I know people are complaining. Doing what we can with what we've got here, but let me finish. Our power grid can only handle so much power before it shuts down, and we can't use the backups.
Speak with Arya inside the bar to get a quest.
So you admit you and your thugs are here illegally?
Yes, and it only took C-Sec 3 weeks to figure it out.
I don't care who you are. You're required to go through processing like all other refugees. Come with me.
I don't think so. Shirk, get me the Asari counselor.
Greetings, Arya. Is there something you need?
I'm being asked to submit to immigration processing.
Of course you are. Done. What else can I do for you?
Nothing. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I think we're done here. Enjoy the show, Shepard?
I guess there's one rule on the Citadel, huh?
I guess so. I hate this place. So sickeningly uptight.
Then why are you here?
Cerberus stole Omega from me. The elusive man is now squarely at the top of my shit list. He will pay for every second I've spent in this bureaucratic hellhole.
At least you escaped to fight another day.
And that day is coming. I'll take Omega back, but I'll get to that. You're here because I have a proposition.
I'm listening.
The way I see it, if you don't defeat the Reapers, we're all dead. Won't matter where I'm sitting. It's in my interest to help you.
What are you offering, Arya?
On Omega, I kept the Blood Pack, Blue Suns, and Eclipse in check. Now they're running amok. Nobody wants that. Unite them under my rule, and you'll have a powerful and ruthless force for your war. I've laid the groundwork with all three groups. I just need you to close the deals.
Give a criminal a gun, he'll shoot you in the back.
They already have guns, Shepard. I'll make sure they point them at the Reapers. I'm trying to help you. Why don't you think it over? Meet with Gnarl, my agent who's dealing with the Blood Pack. The Blue Sun's leader is incognito here on the Citadel. He'll be expecting you. And I already have a deal with Jonas Sedaris, the Eclipse leader. You just have to get your friend, Commander Bailey, to let her out of jail.
You obviously don't know Bailey very well.
Bailey respects you. Lean on him. I think a united force of professional mercs is worth it. Don't you? It's always a pleasure, Shepard. Let me know if you want to talk later.
Head to the seating area at the other side of the bar to hand in an artifact.
Morale is pitiful. The troops need something to bring back their fighting spirit.
Commander Shepard, maybe I can help. The banner of the 1st Regiment is waiting for you at Bay D-24.
The banner of Commander Shepard. I owe you a drink. Thank you. We'll hold that banner proudly as we take our homeworld back from these bastards.
Now let's head back to the refugee area for Arya.
Wow. Arya wasn't kidding. The great Commander Shepard on a leash.
I'm here for my own reasons, Vosk.
Oh, sure you are. Anyway, tell her I'm impressed, but to do business, I still need my little problem taken care of.
Which is?
A Turian general named Oraka has it out for the Blue Suns. He's raising a stink over our activity in this sector. I'll commit my gang to Arya as soon as Oraka's dead.
You seriously think I'll assassinate a Turian general?
Arya seems to think so. Or else, why would she send you? She knew the price. The two of you work it out. Oh, and, tell Arya I still expect her blue ass in bed with me.
What is it, Shepard?
You knew about this?
Can you be more specific?
Darner Vosk expects me to kill General Oraka.
Who cares what Vosk wants? What he needs is for Oraka to stop disrupting his operations. I figured you'd talk to Oraka, see if you can get him to lay off. And if he won't listen to reason, call me, and I'll take care of it.
I don't see the distinction.
The distinction is that I'm giving you the chance to save his life.
Right. Why didn't you just tell me this yourself?
Vosk needed to see you, needed to realize who he's dealing with. Plus, if I have to suffer that scumbag staring at my tits one more time, I might have to kill him.
Yeah, he meant—
Going to sleep with him? We all have our delusions.
Now let's head to the hospital. To the left of the elevator we can hand over the Megigel formula that we took from the Cerberus base.
Yes, I know your stock of modified Metagel is low, but... No, you don't understand. This isn't for... Listen, I am a surgeon at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel. We have several alien patients here at this time, and we need...
I found this Metagel formula and figured you could make good use of it.
Where did you find this? Never mind, it doesn't matter. Yes, we can put this to good use. Thank you.
There's another choice at reception. Again, pick whichever you want. To the right, inside the hospital, we can find an Asari that wants the biotic amps from Grissom Academy.
Yes, I'm trying to place a call to Grissom Academy. They have biotic amp interfaces I may be able to adapt for Asari use. No, it won't connect. It says the station's communication system is offline. Of course, if these interfaces make our commandos better on the field, I'll hold for as long as you need.
I overheard you talking. Grissom Academy is gone. But I found this while I was there.
What is this? Yes, these are tailored to human physiology, but with a few alterations, they should work for the Asari as well. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you.
We can get a quest from a Solarian on the room to the left of the entrance.
Listen to me, those prototypes are vital. We need these biotic upgrades to fight the Reapers. I know the Ismar frontier isn't safe. Yes. All I can say is that unless we get those prototypes back, this project accomplishes nothing. Thank you very much for your time. I'll call you if anything develops.
Pop in and see Ashley or Caden before you leave. Now let's head to the commons. On the left of the entrance is another choice we can make.
The military needs everyone they can get.
There's also a quest we can get from a Volus nearby.
For goods, denying refugees basic services. It seems the Reapers took our culture when they took our world. The Book of Plenix demands charity and forgiveness of debts in times of war. Of course, the Book of Plenix was lost on our home world, and now our people have lost their way.
Head downstairs and this Asari may spawn depending on your progress with Liara. If not, she'll spawn on our next visit.
Commander Shepard, right? Matriarch Theta. Here you're pulling folks together against the Reapers. Drinks on the house.
Thanks. What's an Asari matriarch doing at a bar?
Serving drinks. Sometimes I fill the peanut dish, too.
I don't think so. It's got something to do with Liara, doesn't it?
Yeah. You could say that. Liara ever tell you about her family? Her mother was Matriarch Benezia. The one who went crazy and joined Saren.
Liara isn't her mother.
Let's hope not. Anyway, she's never met her father. And, well, that was me.
Liara would love to meet you.
Why? She doesn't even know me from a hole in the ground. Benezia ran off before the kid was born. Besides, this isn't charity work. She's one of the biggest intel brokers in the galaxy. And she's got some shady connections. Like a human commander that used to work for Cerberus. Sound.
I only worked with Cerberus to fight the Reapers.
And you're not with him now. I know. If you were, you wouldn't get within a light year of Liara.
Is that a threat?
I'm no commando, but I've had 1,000 years to learn to fight dirty. Nobody messes with my girl. Anyway, you combine her work with Benezia and... well, the matriarchs might have ordered a hit if I hadn't agreed to keep an eye on her.
I bet she'd like to meet you.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
The Alliance military has abandoned the Hades Gamma cluster to incoming Reaper forces.
The bartender over there?
The matriarch hired by the Asari government to track my movements?
She's your father.
I know.
You know?
I'm a very good information broker.
And you haven't talked to her about spying on you?
If I did that, they might send someone who wasn't as sympathetic to me. Besides, this is hardly the time for family reunions.
Liara.
Oh, fine.
If the Asari didn't spawn, we can chat with Liara for a quest.
Still working?
One call leads to another, and here I was hoping I'd have time to enjoy the view. The last time I saw the Presidium, remember how it was all rubble after Sovereign attacked?
I barely got to see the Presidium before half of it got crushed.
And by the time they repaired it, it was time for the next invasion. Citadel hasn't seen the reality of this war yet. We should stock up on necessities while we can.
Such as?
Ezo, heavy arms, mercenary groups.
We'll get the people. Take a moment for yourself now and then.
I know. But there's always just one more task or meeting. Speaking of which, talk to the Volus, Palaven. He'll point you to some mercenaries willing to join us.
Head back up the stairs and speak with Palaven for a quest.
Commander Shepard. It's been some time. Palaven, in case you've forgotten. Financial advisor. And an acquaintance of Admiral Anderson. I admire the courage it took for him to stay and fight on your home world.
We need more people like Anderson if we're gonna win this.
Agreed. That's where I can help you. A sizable mercenary group is offering their services to anyone who can rescue them from Reaper-controlled territory. Evacuate them, and they'll join your army.
I appreciate the information.
Just don't wait too long to act on it. The Reapers are advancing all too quickly. Come see me once you've completed the extraction. I'll be in my office a while longer. The galactic market is in considerable flux.
Head back down the stairs and speak with the General.
Commander Shepard.
General Araka. I think we met in Korra's den. You were pretty miserable, if I recall.
Yes, neck deep in drink just before I retired. I'm clean now, reinstated.
I hear you're taking on the Blue Suns.
I need to do my part for the Citadel, Commander. The Blue Suns are raiding C-Sec weapons shipments. I'm putting a stop to that. Those mercs are seriously jeopardizing the Citadel's ability to defend itself if the war comes here. When the war comes here.
There are other ways to secure weapons, General.
You don't think I've tried? There's a black market dealer on Citadel right now, but he won't sell his top-line arms. The Reapers are destroying everything in their path, and I can't stop them. But I can stop the Blue Suns.
Let me see what I can do for you.
I'd appreciate your help, and I'll have a plan of action ready if things fall through.
Talk to the couple next to the General.
We can't spend our lives waiting for that.
We're in the middle of a war, and I'm just...
I remember you two. Michael and Rebecca, right? Listen, do whatever is best for your family. Just do it soon. Things are bad out there.
We will.
And thank you.
At the other end of the Presidium, we have things to do here. Speak with the left Solarian first.
Look, Commander, I don't want any trouble. I'm authorized to sell here, and all my arms are legal, see?
These are lightweight weapons. Where's your top-end inventory?
Shit, you slumming for C-Sec too? I already got harassed by the old Turian with a bad attitude. Yeah, I got much better stuff, but it's off the market. Galaxy's going belly up. Credit won't mean anything once the Reapers rip through.
Access to your top shelf.
Heh, Turian just waved credits in my face and then spat on it. Nice to see you have flexibility. If you find any rare pieces when you're out saving the galaxy, bring them back. Then I'm happy to share my top stock with C-Sec, no problem. Outside of that, I gotta stick to my guns.
The other shop just has a choice we can make.
But your manager said you could give me a refund if I made an appointment.
Head up the stairs nearby and we can eavesdrop on a quest from the Solarian outside.
This is problematic. We must find a way to stabilize the heating unit so the water temperature can remain steady.
Head up the stairs again and speak to the Turian and Solarian for a war asset.
If we switch from financial VIs to military gear, we'll lose millions.
Who cares about the money? Haven't you heard the news from Palaven?
That's what your army is for. Nothing's going to reach the Citadel.
We need to start manufacturing military.
I've seen Palaven burning. Those fires aren't going out anytime soon. If you can help.
Look, Cyrus, you want to sell your shares of Walk fine, but I'm not selling financial VIs while my homeworld burns.
Okay, let me think. We could repurpose the VIs for upgraded targeting solutions.
Right. We'd be able to use most of the hardware. The financial VI has more processing power than we need.
No, that works. We'll rig the VI and it translates for all standard weapons. Refit weapons without having to overhaul your targeting computer. Rapid response flexibility. We'll make a fortune.
A small fortune. We're selling these at cost plus 3%.
Fine.
Head up the stairs behind him and to the left we can go into a room for Arya's quest.
Quick, hands behind your back. We'll be here any minute.
What the hell are you talking about?
Crete, Bloodpack's leader. Arya brings him the great Commander Shepard. Crete pledges the gang to her. We're just luring him into the open so we can take him out.
Not the best start to our friendship, Gnarl.
He's coming. Put your hands behind your back and Try to look like I beat you up or something.
This better be on the up and up.
Quiet!
Arya to look even more powerful than Crete thought. Her instructions on boarding Citadel undetected were one thing. Now this. Commander Shepard, want you to know, your head will be hood ornament on my personal shuttle.
Keep your distance, Crete. So, do you agree to Arya's terms?
Most definitely. Arya can use Bloodpack as she sees fit.
Wasn't talking to you, Crete. Grill?
What? You have my word. Now open fire!
Not him! Grill's next in line to take over. Arya's deal is with him.
Yes! Yes. I'm Arya's mole, Shepard. You've scratched my back. Now I'll scratch yours.
Word of advice. Don't double-cross Arya.
I may be ambitious, but I'm not crazy.
Uh-huh. Good work, Gnarl. Thanks for the gun.
Anytime, Shepard. Grill and I will let Arya know the light is green.
Head back to the embassies and speak with Commander Bailey for Arya.
Shepard, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Here to talk about you releasing Jonas Sidaris.
Damn, you too? Somebody got the Council to order her release. I'm delaying as best I can. What's your stake in this?
It's classified.
That's a fancy way of saying mind your own business. Look, there's no way I'm letting that psychopath out. The woman's unstable and a clear public threat.
I'd like access to her to judge for myself.
Sure thing. I'm sure you'll agree. Then maybe the Council will listen to you and rescind the order. Go to the CSEC outpost. My assistant will connect to Sidaris' cell from there. Then call me back.
Now head back to CSEC at the Presidium and video call the leader of the Eclipse.
I've connected with Jonas Sidaris in her cell, Commander. You can speak with her via that console.
Thanks. We'll need some privacy.
Of course. When you're done, you can also contact Commander Bailey from that terminal.
Who's that spying on me now? Ah, I see. Good. Arya's indentured servant has finally come to deliver me to freedom.
I want to talk with you before I secure your release.
Bullshit. You have no choice. And when I get out, heads will roll. Oh yes. You've killed a lot of my people. Don't think I've forgotten that.
You have to move on.
And I will, once all my enemies are dead. I love holding all the cards. Even in here, you must deal with me. I have all the power.
Is that right?
Yes, Sane, my second-in-command, is a weak-willed toady. If he had balls, he'd leave me to rot and take control himself. But he won't defy me. He knows better. Now get me out of here, Shepard. Tell Bailey to release me.
Bailey, I've seen Sidaris.
So she's crazy, right? It would be ridiculous to let her out.
She's a menace. Let me try to make this problem go away.
Sounds good. I'll hold the line until I hear from you.
Head back to the refugee shelters and speak with the Solarian, and convince him to take over Eclipse.
Men, get ready for trouble.
Not here for that, Sane. Just want to talk about Jonas Sidaris' release.
Oh, you're the one coordinating that, right? My idea, you know. Arya came to me looking to gain Eclipse support. I'm leveraging it to bust the boss out.
Sane, you should run Eclipse.
Huh?
You can do it. Leave Sidaris locked up and make the deal with Arya yourself.
Arya would be a step up. And you think she'd let me run things?
I don't see why not.
Right. Right. Then that's the plan. Keep Sidaris in jail. I'll call Arya right away.
Good man.
Shepard, the Council withdrew the release order for Sideris. Arya Talok, of all people, got him to do it. Crazy.
You can say that again.
Thanks for your help, Shepard.
Now let's do the Leviathan DLC. Use the taxi stand on the docks to travel to the lab. After the cutscene, you need to search the lab for clues.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. Does this tell us where Garneau went? Is this Prothean?
Yes. These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes.
Sir, this is Bryson.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
March 7th, 2186.
If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search. Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Meteorite sample.
Description complete. Analyzing data.
Once you have looked at everything, go to the map in the lab and add Reaper sightings, Ezo deposits, and monster sightings to get an achievement.
Possible systems.
Element 0 deposits.
Three possibilities.
Alien sightings.
We have a match, marking the galaxy map.
Good. Let's go find Garneau.
On the Normandy's map, we can check out some new systems. Head to the Asmar frontier, where we can find a glyph upgrade. Now head over to the Crescent Nebula, where we can find some fuel and some war assets.
Confirmed.
Head to Luzon to find some fuel and credits. Now back to the Shrek Abyssal for 2 new systems. Head to File for a war asset and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Kaisel, we have a war asset and some fuel.
I found something.
Head back to Kite's Nest and there are 2 new systems. In Indris, we have a war asset and some fuel. In Vula, we have some fuel and a war asset. Now let's head to the Kelstone Rift where we can find some fuel and some more assets. Head over to ISO for some fuel, and we can start the next mission in the Leviathan DLC. There is one section that you may find hard. While chasing the Doctor, you reach this area where enemies will spawn in. There is a Reaper weapon on the left side, but I recommend saving it for the 2 Banshees near the end. It's not over, as when we try to leave the area, we have to backtrack, and this section can also be quite tricky.
One to go. Gotta hold on a little longer. Got it. Shepard, we still need to escort that drone. On it! Drone doesn't have much time left. I hear you. I'm on it.
I'm on it!
Head back to the Citadel and you may have a scene with Steve on the refugee docks.
Are you okay?
Speak to Kelly again for another scene.
Well, I followed your advice. What do you think of my new look?
Head to the hospital for a scene with Fane.
We won't be needing your supplies after all. No, we found a...
Commander Shepard.
Head back to the Salarian Doctor for a weird scene, but we complete the quest.
I believe you were looking.
You found them? Thank you. These biotic upgrades will save a lot of Alliance lives. We'll begin production immediately. Here, for your trouble.
There is another scene with Ashley on our way out.
Good to see you up and around.
In the comments, if the Asari at the bar did not spawn for you before, then she'll be here now. Turn in the artifacts to the Solarium.
You're back, huh?
Here, I've got some pieces for you.
Done deal, Commander. Check in with General Oraka. You'll see I'm making C-Sec very happy.
Head back to the General to complete Arya's quest for the Blue Suns.
Commander Shepard, I was just contacted by a black market dealer who's donating high-end weapons to C-Sec. He wanted you to know. Sounds like you came through.
and the Blue Suns can go about their business.
Now we'll be focusing on Citadel defense. It won't bring Palaven back, but it's something. Thank you, Commander.
Now use the taxi terminal to go back to Bryson's lab, and we will continue the Leviathan DLC. After the scene, investigate the lab, and it will lead you to a document in the bedroom. We can investigate further to find the exact location we need to go to.
Can you identify this, Edie?
It originates with a pre-spaceflight culture.
Does anything in Anne Bryson's work history suggest where she might be? Anne Bryson flew out on a ship called the Icarus.
There are specifications for several ships here. We need to find the Icarus.
The Icarus. Here we go.
The locker is secure. We must locate an access card to open it.
Access card for the requisitions locker?
Yes. According to records, it was last used by Anne Bryson to obtain equipment for Project Scarab.
Let's see what Anne Bryson requisitioned for Project Scarab. Didn't take breathing masks. Water recycling equipment.
Based on what Anne Bryson did or did not requisition, the dig site was arid but habitable.
Get me a filter for systems with compatible planets.
Based on the search data, it is one of these two systems. Based on the data, only one system remains a viable possibility.
Good. Let's go get Anne Bryson.
Go to the Pylos Nebula and can find a war asset on Azael, and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Dorada, we have some fuel and a war asset on Sinius.
I found something.
In Zaharin, we can find some fuel and the next Leviathan mission. This mission is fairly easy. Even the boss at the end can be beaten easily, as you spawn in a position where you can shoot it, but it can't shoot you. After the mission, head back to the lab for a few scenes. Keep in mind not to press the second Renegade prompt, as you will lose a war asset. Now head for the last Leviathan mission. In Mill, we have a war asset on Chalkos.
I found something.
In Lanal, we have a war asset. In Sai Tophet, there is only the Leviathan mission. The first group of enemies can be difficult, as they try to flank you. As soon as they spawn, move back to the spawning point to stop them sneaking up on you. When we are getting the power cells from Cortez, we have to ferry them back and forth between 2 points. All the while, an unlimited amount of enemies will spawn. There is a rocket launcher by the ship. I recommend saving it for when you are near the end. Every time you get a cell, open the ability wheel and take out the cannibals first, as they are the only ones with ranged attacks, and then decide which point is the safest to get to. There is also a rocket launcher by the ship. With this section clear, we will have completed the Leviathan DLC. Now let's do the Omega DLC. We would have received a message from Arya to meet her at Dock 42. You can only access this dock from the Galaxy map. After the scene, Arya's fleet will be available next to the Citadel. At the first safe area, we can pick up 2 quests.
What is it?
I've been tasked with increasing this command center's control of Omega's operating systems. I've hacked surveillance on many decks, tapped various internal communication conduits, but I can only reach so far. There are terminals in Cerberus-controlled areas, and, well, you could get your hands on them. When you find these terminals, a simple input code will give me access privileges and more influence on station systems.
Easy enough?
Good. I'll keep an eye on my board, and I'll let you know when my codes are activated. Thanks.
If you don't answer soon...
What's the trouble here?
Power inverters are shorting, trying to find a workaround, but no go. They can probably be scrounged up somewhere on Omega. If you come across a set of carry inverters, bring them back here.
I'll see what I can do.
We can find the first terminal after climbing the first ladder.
Should lead us to Talon territory.
The terminal is active. Thank you, Commander.
The second terminal is after we go through the tunnels.
My influence over station systems has just extended by 77%, Commander. Thank you.
In the next corridor there are 2 rooms, going to the far one for the last terminal.
I can monitor enemy movement in sectors 4 through 12 now. Thanks.
Later on with the Atlas fight, it is quite easy as you can just stay back and shoot it from a distance, but there are 2 rocket launchers in the middle next to the mech. When we reach the next safe area, we can find the part the mechanic wanted.
Here, we found more medical supplies. All yours.
We're online.
Once we are back at the base, we can hand in the 2 quests and pick up another one.
Damn it, Rock! Don't do that again. I lost your signal.
Your attention. Those are exactly what I needed. Thanks. Tentative excitement. Welcome to Herod's Emporium, human. Relieved. I am grateful for Arya's return. Hidden back room was getting... Her patrol liberated me. Cunningly, I have a plan to recoup my losses since the Cerberus takeover. Informative. The General threw out Arya's couch from Afterlife upon taking over. I would like to gain her favor by returning it. Temptingly, if you find it and send me the coordinates, I will make it worth your while.
It's not a priority, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Appreciative. Upon success, I will give you a finder's fee for your trouble.
I'll let you know.
Courteously, have a nice day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy.
I've blocked enemy access to critical areas. The frontal assault should be less treacherous.
When we reach the reactor, we have quite a difficult fight. We are stuck in this small arena with a ton of annoying robots that spawn. The idea is to prevent them from flanking you by moving around in a circle when you can. Use your abilities to stun them to give yourself some breathing room. When we are walking along the catwalks, we will activate a bridge. Once it has extended, go down the ladder next to it to find Arya's couch, and get an achievement for completing all side quests on Omega.
Aaron, found what you wanted. Sending you the coordinates now.
Is that my couch?
In the next area, we have to disable some bombs while enemies keep spawning. This part may take a few tries. My tactic is to keep an eye on where the enemies are, and then head to a bomb where there are no enemies nearby. It sounds pretty basic, but you can kite the enemies around and then double back on yourself so that enemies are not near a bomb on the other side of the arena. For the last section, I recommend just running up to the objectives as fast as possible, and when it's time to clear up the enemies, keep moving around to kite them. Carrying on with the main story, head to the meeting with the diplomats to start the next mission. The only hard part I found in this mission was at the end, when we fight the Atlas. Run back to where we entered the area from, and the mech won't be able to follow. Whittle it down from this area to take it down easily. Back on the ship, speak with Victus to get a quest.
Commander.
You said one of your ships had gone missing?
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Speak to Reeve or Rex for another quest.
Shepard, you proved yourself a capable warrior on Sirkesh. Our property has been returned to its rightful owner. You're halfway there.
You said one of your squads is missing?
We've heard some troubling rumors about the Rachni relay.
Rachni?
A few scouts went to check it out, but we lost contact. So I sent Arlec Company, my best squad, to investigate. They can meet you there. Given your history with the Rachni, I figured you'd want in on this.
I'll do what I can.
Well, let's hope it's enough.
Let's get back to work.
Yes, there's a lot to be done.
Traynor will also give you a quest.
Commander, we've got new reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
On the galaxy map, head to Gemini Sigma, where we can find some credits and some fuel. In Ming, we have some war assets and fuel.
Signal confirmed.
Now let's go to Nimmar to do the Missing Scouts mission. Shortly into the mission, once we start encountering enemies, behind one of the destroyable webs is a letter we need to deliver for a quest. Other than that, this mission is fairly easy.
Looks like a last message. He's asked that it be delivered to an Asari named Ereba on the Citadel.
The ending choice is important. If you save the Queen in Mass Effect 1, then save the Queen here. If you killed the Queen in Mass Effect 1, then kill the Queen here. Since the Queen here will be a fake that will betray you and negatively affect your war assets. Back on the ship, Traynor will give you another mission. We'll do this one right away.
Commander, Cerberus is attacking civilians on Benning. We've been asked to help evacuate the planet.
Head to the Octurus system for the quest. We can also find a glyph upgrade and some fuel.
I found something.
In Eula, we can find some fuel and the quest Traynor just gave us.
Cerberus strike squads have infiltrated one of the major cities on Benning. Initial reports indicated they were recruiting civilians, but further investigation suggested that people are being taken against their will.
For what purpose?
Unknown. We sent a recon team to investigate, and the Cerberus squads reacted by targeting civilians in public facilities. Officially, Cerberus is denying responsibility and condemning the action. They're either lying, or we're dealing with a rogue faction.
And innocents are caught in their crosshairs.
Exactly. Secure the area so we can establish a rescue lifeline to the rest of the city.
Approaching the drop point, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
The people down there are counting on you, Commander. Hack it out.
Fielding an avalanche of civilian SOS requests, Commander. The bulk are concentrated on the upper street. Cerberus forces are pinning them down. You better hurry.
We can find a dog tag for a quest back on the Citadel at the first set of enemies. When we reach the civilians, we are told we need to escort them, but we don't actually have to stay with them. Instead, I recommend running to the landing pad and bunker down there. Survive the waves of enemies and the mission will complete.
We're getting reports of continuing strikes against other cities on Benning.
Cerberus still denying responsibility?
Yes, and for once we're inclined to believe them gunning down innocent humans isn't their usual MO. Either way, the civilians down there have a chance now. We're solidifying a foothold and getting people out, then we'll move to liberating the rest of the planet.
I hope we can say the same for Earth.
One day, Commander. For now, we've got our work cut out for us. Carry on.
Now let's go to the Krogan DMZ and over to NIF, where we can find some fuel.
I found something.
In Jonic we can find some fuel, and on Ruffler we can get a war asset. This war asset is for Palaven back on the Citadel, so we can go back to him after a few missions. Now head to Tuchanka, where we have a few missions. First off, we will do the Cerberus attack mission. This is another N7 mission, and is quite straightforward.
Cerberus is landing forces away from the Tuchanka battlefields. Their target seems to be an ancient ground-to-space cannon facility that hasn't been used since the Krogan rebellions. The site has no obvious military advantage, and the Krogan are spread too thin to deal with it.
Do we know what Cerberus is up to?
No, but we do know that Cerberus doesn't act without a plan. Get in there and stop them. Find out what they're up to while you're at it.
We'll get it done.
See to it. Hack it out.
Looks like Cerberus got that cannon operational, Commander. I'll go back up, get a read on what they're shooting at.
Get on it.
We can find an artifact for a quest on the Citadel in the control room.
Not the kind of Krogan relic I expected to find.
Shepard, with those Krogan cannons operational, Cerberus has actually given us the advantage in that system. The enemy's pulling back, but we think they'll try to seize the facility again.
Seems likely.
I'm sending an Alliance team to keep it secure. They've got a foothold in a strong defensive position, thanks to you.
Glad to hear it.
Good work, Commander. Hack it out.
Next we will do the down vessel mission.
This crash site's a nightmare. Looks like Reeve was right about Reaper scouts. Edie, any further intel?
The mission brief identifies the Turian commander as Lieutenant Tarquin Victus.
Victus?
Primarch's son.
Try to raise him.
For a Turian commander, what happened here is... let's just say the Turian code is not forgiving. And that it's his son is bad for the Primarch. Promoting family without merit can bite you in the ass. What's strange is the Primarch knows that.
Commander, I have to land well back from the main crash site.
That the best you can do?
Yes, sir. But the Reapers seem unaware of our presence. You might get the jump on them.
All right, set her down. Let's save this platoon. Edie, did you raise Lieutenant Victus?
Yes, but the connection is bad.
Patch me in. This is Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy. Do you read?
This is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus of the 9th Platoon. We're pinned by Reaper harvesters and taking heavy casualties. Also, there are pockets of my men scattered along the crash trajectory.
Lieutenant, I need you to fire a flare so I can find your position. Got it.
Things get worse by the minute. My men are dying.
This sounds bad. Let's move.
The ending is quite hard, so first we have to kill a few waves of enemies, then a harvester will spawn. Once you've killed the Harvester, all of the other enemies will die at the same time, so focus on that once it appears. There is a Reaper weapon on the opposite side of the arena from where we spawn. After that mission we unlock another one which we'll do immediately. Shortly after you climb up a ladder during the mission, we can find some turret schematics for a Citadel quest.
Looks like control schematics for automated turrets. No good now, but they might be useful later.
At the end of the mission we have to defend the bomb. I don't have much trouble with it, but keep in mind that there is a rocket launcher on the right hand side. I recommend saving the rocket launcher for the Atlas. Now let's head back to the Citadel to hand in a bunch of quests.
Yes, his squad. Have you found my son?
I found your son's body in the slums on Benny. He sacrificed himself to save his squad.
I see. Their guilt made them avoid me. They should feel honored by his sacrifice. I know that I do. Thank you, my friend.
Fierce fighting continues as the Reapers are...
Don't mean to interrupt you, but I found these schematics. They're pretty old, but maybe they could help you?
Oh. Those really are old, but solid. We could totally convert our current systems to this. Thanks.
I rescued those soldiers from Reaper territory.
Excellent work. I've been asked to offer you part of my finder's fee from the mercenary's employer. And now that our business is concluded, I have to tend to some other engagements. Goodbye, Commander. And may I say, good luck.
They are much more agreeable when it's
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You need to hear this.
Oh, Blue Rose of Ilium. If these humble words reach you, then I have joined my ancestors.
No, no, no.
My dream was to be by your side, a weed beside your beauty, twining together in the warm Tuchanka sun.
Oh, Char.
But though you needed room to grow, still, I will remember the perfume of the scent and the soft touch of your petals.
Oh.
If my heart could not shelter you from the storm, then let my broken bones build a wall around your garden, so you can grow safe and happy.
Thank you. I should... I need to go.
Now for a main mission. Let's go to Tuchanka. The only difficult part for this mission is right at the end. So a Reaper will be stomping on the ground while an infinite amount of brutes spawn. Ignore the brutes completely and just leg it to the hammers. Back on the ship, Trainer will give you an N7 quest.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Speak to Diana for a war asset. Speak to Engineer Adams for a quest.
Commander, I've identified a problem with our engines. A core overload could cause a plasma vent within the engineering compartment. Edie and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes. I'm confident we can make the system safer. We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
I'll look for one next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Let's get back to the Galaxy map, and over to the Aethon cluster where we have an artifact, a war asset, and some fuel. In Nora, we have a glyph upgrade and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Asari, we have some fuel and a war asset.
I found something.
In Satu Ard, we have a war asset and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
Now head to the Horsehead Nebula for the Cerberus fighter base mission. This mission is quite easy, but make sure to pick up the heating schematics for a quest on the Citadel.
Advanced heating unit stabilizers? I guess it's cold enough here.
At the Attican Beta system we have a war asset. On Elitania we have some fuel.
I found something.
In Thessius we have a war asset on Feros and some fuel. Now head back to the Citadel to start a main mission. Midway through we encounter an Atlas. This is the one I have the most success with, but it's not 100%. After the mission, head to the end of the embassy for a quest.
This is a problem, boss. Cerberus has changed their ciphers, and our code breakers aren't getting anywhere at the moment.
On the way out of the embassies, we can pick up another quest.
Damn it. How are we supposed to predict the moves of an enemy we don't understand? Divert to... Crap, do we have any AI-enabled fragments of Sovereign? Any Reaper code I could analyze?
Head to the Presidium next, and we can hand in the quest on the left, out of the elevator.
I recovered the Book of Plenix. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
Earth Clan, this is a priceless gift. Thank you. You may help my people remember themselves.
We can also buy the part for Engineer Adams from the store next to the Volus. And we can interact with another Volus nearby for a war asset.
It's my money and I'm closing my account.
Your account helps fund Citadel defense.
Have you seen Palaven? Or Earth? You can't escape this war. At least here you've got the Council fighting for you.
But to fight, they need money. Money this bank has loaned them using accounts like yours.
Okay, damn it. Leave the account open.
The Asari on the couch will give us an eavesdrop quest.
Listen, I thought of something. No, it can't wait until I'm back on duty. The Hesperia period. Their statues had legendarily accurate Prothean inscriptions. Can we use that?
There's another eavesdrop quest next to the stairs down to the Presidium.
To keep that terrorist bastard alive.
He's in intensive care?
He got blasted by Cerberus. They think he's just another victim.
Down the stairs we have another eavesdrop quest, and a choice to make at the bar.
Fatalities. Entire area shot to hell. Precision shots. I heard the Geth use jamming towers to prevent auto-targeting. If we had tech like that...
You want my security vids, bring me a warrant.
You're stonewalling me? Those vids could be vital to the war effort.
I doubt the Reapers have agents doing business in my cafe.
Across from the bar is another eavesdrop quest.
If we'd kept digging a few hours longer, we'd have gotten the Obelisk of Karza. I know the Hades Nexus is off limits. I'm not an idiot. Damn it, the Alliance needs that thing right now.
At the shops on the other side of the Presidium, we can pick between two NPCs.
A bunch of civilians shooting at anything that moves make the Citadel safer.
Upstairs is another quest.
Commander Shepard, do you have a minute?
Can I help you?
Jordan Knowles, E-Crimes. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. I've got a saboteur hacking key systems, power, communications. It's bad. If you've got time to help, check out this console.
Got it. Looks like a collection of access codes.
They're Batarian diplomatic codes, from back when they had an embassy on the Citadel. If you can use your Spectre access to find them, I can shut them down.
I can access restricted intel at the Spectre office in the embassy. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Across from her, we can hand in the quest.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Maybe these heating stabilizer schematics could help?
This is amazing. The colonists, my sister, will be most pleased. Thank you. I am in your debt.
Inside CSEC is an NPC choice.
We have to keep enforcing the law. Same as always. Without that, everything goes to hell.
Look at Palaven, my friend. We're in hell. We should be looking for terrorists. The rest can take care of itself.
Upstairs next to CSEC is another quest.
I just don't understand why you're suddenly so conflicted.
Look, the asshole's in custody now. Killing him won't bring anyone back.
What's going on here?
I'm in position at CSEC. Draw them away, and I'll move in and make the kill.
Don't answer that.
Commander Shepard. Guess I know what happened to my backup.
Excuse me?
Come on. I'm in CSEC in civilian gear with a weapon. I know what I'm made. Just let me explain. Captain Aaron Summers, Alliance Marines, retired.
Captain Summers?
There's a prisoner here. CSEC officer who helped Cerberus. CSEC caught him when you stopped the coup. Now he's offering them intel on Cerberus to get a better deal.
Why are you telling me this?
Because he doesn't deserve a better deal. He killed people during the coup, good people. And he's former Alliance, like us. The way I figure it, he's our problem to fix.
If you gun that man down, you're dishonoring the uniform just as much as he did.
Like hell I am.
I don't like plea bargains any more than you do, but the intel we get will save lives.
Says who?
Our superiors. The people we swore to serve and trust. Captain Summers.
Yes, Commander. Sorry, Commander. I'll shut it down. Thanks.
Up the stairs we can hand in the quest.
Damn it, another Cerberus trap?
These are control schematics for Cerberus turrets. Will these help?
Damn right they will. I'll have E-Crimes dig into them. Might even help us find the little presents Cerberus left for us. Thanks a lot. This is gonna save lives.
Up the stairs to the apartments is another eavesdrop quest.
No, the Krogan are the only race that can fight on the toxic world, so they need support. Well, ideally, something like a Cacliosaur. They're good in mountains, immune to toxins, ferociously loyal to their riders. Yes, they'd be ideal. Unfortunately, they were driven to extinction during the Rachni War.
Head back to the embassies and up to the Spectre office to authorise a few things. For a quest, we need to activate 3 terminals in a certain order. For that quest, we'll go to the hospital first. To the right out of the elevator is an eavesdrop quest.
Seeing it here too. We're low on metagel and synthetic blood, and we don't have enough volunteers.
In the right hand room is the first terminal we need.
Knowles, this is Shepard. I found one of the code locations.
Okay, I'll shut it down. Just need to authorize your Spectre status. Someone used this to cut off power to a dozen life support machines in the hospital. Okay, that access code is officially disabled. Can you find any more?
In the left hand room is an eavesdrop quest.
There's got to be something. I don't know what Cerberus was packing, but we're going to lose this patient.
Without a new treatment plan, we're stuck, and I can't think of anything beyond what we've already tried.
In the left corridor is another eavesdrop quest.
I understand Palaven is very busy, but this is one of your own generals. He was stabbed with a poisoned blade by a Cerberus soldier during the attack on the Citadel. We can't identify the toxin.
At the end of this hospital is an NPC choice.
We do? We help our patients, all of them.
Interacting with the hospital room next to them will start a scene with Thane.
I'm looking for a Drell named Thane Krios.
To the left of this area is the second terminal.
Knowles, I found another spot where the Batarian codes were used.
Holy crap. These are the remote navigation codes. Last week's crash at the docks, we thought it was an accident. Shepard, there were 117 Alliance soldiers on that ship. All human. Just like the patients at the hospital.
So we've got Batarian codes, and someone with a grudge against humans.
Looks like... okay. This code's offline now as well. Should just be one left, Commander.
Next to the Normandy airlock is an eavesdrop quest.
Ma'am, I had a friend in security at Sonax, and there was definitely Prothean tech on Garvug.
Now head to the holding area. We can pick up a quest at the entrance.
Refugees have been through. Can't you let me in?
No.
I only need a couple of hours of footage.
You're not crossing that dock.
Wait, aren't you Commander Shepard? Solik Vast, documentary maker. Please, maybe you can help. I'm trying to document the stories of the refugees coming to the Citadel. Their loss, their sacrifices, their moments of bravery.
Something holding you back?
CSEC won't allow me on the docks. They say I'd be disruptive. But you could catch a few quick shots for me.
Good idea. The galaxy should see what these refugees have been through.
Thank you, Commander. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. If you could just take a few shots with your Omni tool in the refugee camp. I'll be here when you're done.
For this quest, take a picture of the mourning people.
Yes, that's just what this documentary needs.
There may also be a scene with Steve here.
Are you okay?
Take a picture of the refugees on the left-hand side.
Great shot, Commander.
Finally, take a picture of James playing poker.
Excellent. That will really get people's attention. Thank you, Commander. That should be enough footage. Come meet me again when you're able.
At the end of this area is the last terminal we need. There's also an eavesdrop quest.
I have a little.
Please, we just need more food. I can give you the location of some ruins. Prothean ruins, on Gay Hinnom in the Hades Nexus. If you could get past the Reaper patrols, I'm sure you'd find something valuable.
Knowles, this is where the last access code was used.
What's that, Commander? I'm losing your signal.
Shepard.
Balak.
You should have killed me on that asteroid over Terra Nova. I've been waiting for this. Everything that has happened to my people is your fault.
I didn't destroy your people, Balak. The Reapers did that.
We were a proud race. A beautiful race. Have you seen what the Reapers have done to us? I'm trapped on this Citadel. Our warships only know the locations of Reaper forces because I've tapped Council transmissions. I am the highest-ranking military officer left in the hegemony, and I can't save my people. But I can end you.
Balak, you sent that asteroid toward Terra Nova to help your people. But what does killing me accomplish?
Vengeance. The Bahak system.
They would have died anyway when the Reapers showed up. You know that. I'm uniting the Krogan and the Turians. We're the best hope for this galaxy. If you care about your people...
Our ships are yours.
Shepard, are you all right?
Fine. You won't have any more trouble with those codes.
Is that... do you want me to arrest him?
I want you to put a bullet in his head. But we're all making some sacrifices today. Let him go. Spectre Authority.
Understood, Commander. And thanks.
In the middle camp, a doctor has a quest for us. There are 4 Medigel dispensers, and we only need to reactivate 3.
I need support. Someone sabotaged the Medigel dispensers, and I've got some idiot preaching about Cerberus down here. No, I've contacted CSEC. They said it's not a priority and it doesn't matter. What matters is that I've got Turian soldiers dying for lack of medication.
And CSEC forces have killed the last invading forces. Have announced an
I've fixed the sabotage. The Metagel dispensers should be working now.
Thank you. I'll get patients moving through triage immediately.
Great work, Shepard. And listen, I'm sorry for...
Hey, that's him. That's my Cerberus contact. Hey, you! You're under arrest.
Shepard, did I help?
Yeah, Conrad. You helped.
I don't even feel anything.
Actually, I sabotaged his gun. It might have looked like it fired, but that was just the thermal clip overheating. Hi, Commander. It's me, Jenna. You helped me a few years ago when I was working undercover at Cora's Den.
And now you're volunteering here.
Right. Chelik showed me a few little tricks when he had me working undercover. Guess that paid off, huh?
You saved my life.
I can't believe you were willing to lay down your life for Commander Shepard. You're so brave.
Oh, Commander and I go way back. Let me give you a hand, and I can tell you about it.
In the camp closest to the door, we can find an injured Batarian for a quest we picked up on the Presidium.
Pressure's okay. No infection.
Can I talk to him?
Only if it's important, Commander. He's hurt bad. Take down the sedative a bit, but hurry. I peg his survival at 50-50.
Are you Gorek?
Go away. Nothing to say.
Not even what a terrorist is doing on the Citadel?
You!
Do I know you?
Every Batarian with someone on Aratok remembers your face.
The planet that got caught in the Alpha Relay explosion.
You butchered a colony, only regret... Don't have the strength to...
I destroyed Eratot's relay to stop the Reapers from pouring through.
Easy for you to claim now that they're here. Don't pretend you have any remorse.
You think I didn't feel guilty? I destroyed a colony. I've thought about the people who died. About how I couldn't warn them in time. In the end, I didn't have a choice. But I'm sorry. If that means anything.
If you're so remorseful... if you have any real guilt, show some mercy. Unplug this machine. Let me join my family. Oh. Thank you.
On our way out, make sure to hand in the Solarian's quest.
I have your footage.
Thank you, Commander. I'll start editing it right away.
At Purgatory, there's an eavesdrop quest right by the elevator.
Not understand. The code of the ancients is the collected wisdom of our people.
By the stairs in Purgatory is an eavesdrop quest.
The problem is that our people are terrible at making war. The library at Asha had sacred text on the ways of the hunters. The defining works on the art of battle. But the Nimbus clusters aren't fallen, and our people are here dancing instead of fighting.
There's a scene with Jack depending on your choices.
Ugh, this sucks.
Before we leave, head back to the Spectre terminal for one more authorization. When we try to board the Normandy, we'll get a chance to convince Ashley or Caden to join us. On the ship, Traynor will have a quest for us.
I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute? Commander, I've found something you need to see.
What have you got?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled. Perhaps they finally realized they were on the wrong side. We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
Maybe we could recruit them. Lots of Cerberus people think they're doing the right thing.
Right. This was an isolated, high-level cell. It's unlikely they knew what Cerberus was really doing.
Has the Alliance tried to make contact with the scientists?
They've been unable to find them, but they're searching. As is Cerberus. I've been monitoring Cerberus communications. I've charted signal frequency from various Cerberus cells by location and cross-referenced known ship movements.
You found them?
I believe so, yes.
Nice work. Put it on the map and I'll give it a look.
It's on the map now, Commander. Thanks.
From our emails we get a quest, the start of the Citadel DLC, and we should also have a scene with Traynor, Diana and James in our cabin. Remember to use your glyph upgrades, and then speak with Dr. Chakwas for a quest. Hopefully your scene won't bug out like mine did.
Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees?
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
Speak with Adams to finish his quest.
Thanks, Commander. That GX-12 thermal pipe arrived. We're performing the modifications right now. We're still working on the thermal modifications. Should be done pretty soon.
On the galaxy map, head to the Athena Nebula for a war asset.
I found something.
In Orisoni, we have a war asset and some fuel. In Tomoros, we have a war asset and some fuel. In Verano, we have an artifact for a quest and some fuel.
Confirmed.
In Lalesia, we have some fuel and a war asset. Now let's head to the Nimbus cluster. We have a glyph upgrade and 3 sets of fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Kalani, we only have some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Agalu, we just have a quest artifact.
Something.
Finally head to Masana, where we have a quest. Shortly into the level, depending on your choices, you may have a scene with Samara. Whether you do or not, we can find a corpse with an audio log. Collecting the log will start a quest on the Citadel.
My name is Thessia.
At the end of the mission, we have to fight 2 Banshees and some Husks. My advice for this fight is to never stop moving. Take out the Husks first, and then take out the Banshees from a distance. Back on the ship, read your emails and speak with Engineer Adams to complete his quest.
News on the installation of that thermal pipe you got us.
It went right brilliant. Much better than we expected.
I told you it would.
It gets better. While interfacing through our EZO capacitors, our Miss Daniels here had an epiphany.
I wouldn't go that far.
She and Donnelly deduced some theoretical improvements to our capacitor design. Edie and I ran with it and documented our conclusions. Our core is too compact to apply our theories, but it could help the Crucible engineers. Give the word and they'll send the plans their way.
Do it.
Aye, aye.
Well done, everyone.
Now let's head to the Minos Wasteland, and we only have to do one quest. When we enter the base, speak with Dr. Archer if you completed the Overlord DLC in Mass Effect 2 for a war asset.
Commander Shepard, I've heard about you.
Upstairs we can find an artifact for a quest. Aside from that, this mission is fairly easy.
Some kind of poison. Tailored to Turians.
Back on the Galaxy map, head to the Valhallan Threshold, and we can find some fuel. Now over to Paz, where we have an artifact for a quest, and some fuel. In Micah, we have 2 war assets and some fuel.
I found something.
Now let's head back to the Citadel to hand in a bunch of quests. On the dock we can hand over an artifact to a soldier.
I recovered Prothean data drives from Garvug. I'll have them brought here.
Commander Shepard, thank you. I'm sure that'll help with, any operation we have going.
On the embassies, we have a scene with Javik and Samara. In the Spectre room, check your emails and authorize anything outstanding. Then interact with the terminal to the left for a scene with Miranda.
Shepard, thank God you're all right.
I'm fine.
I'm sorry. I wanted to see you in person.
It's better this way. The Citadel is a mess right now.
It sounds like it. I heard about the attempted coup.
Yeah. With Kai Lang's help, Udina nearly seized control.
Kai Lang? That slippery bastard's still alive?
He's alive, and right in the middle of all this.
That complicates things. I'll be on my guard. Look, I don't have much time, but I learned what happened to my sister.
Where is she?
I don't know that yet, but my father was definitely responsible. If he's done anything to her, I'll kill him.
Miranda.
Shepard, listen. I'm being hunted by Cerberus assassins. A lot of them. I need to stay out of sight.
What? Why?
I heard a rumor, maybe more, that my father is working on something for the elusive man. Something big.
Whatever's going on with your father can't be good. We have to figure this out.
I agree, but I need to do this myself. It's time I stopped running from him.
You're sure?
Yes. I can't think straight until I know Ori is safe.
You'll find her. I know you will.
Okay. I better get going.
Be careful.
I can't promise that, Shepard. Could you?
No. I couldn't.
At the other side of the embassy is a quest.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
You've never been this uncooperative with us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy before.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance
must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
You people are monsters!
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus. It's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. What are you...
Damn, Cerberus has them everywhere nowadays.
You gonna go on about them all night?
Just get the car up here quick. Little bastard's even heavier than he looks.
Zaid?
How long till we killed Korlak?
Once the credits go through. Was beginning to think you weren't interested in the money.
I'm not. Because Korlak worked for Cerberus? What'd they do to you? None of your goddamn business. He waking up?
This is Commander Shepard. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing.
They won't give a damn when they realize you sold them out to Cerberus.
Wait. Cerberus is planning to attack a colony that...
Stay calm. Help's coming. Zaid used to work for Cerberus. Ask him why he's here.
Why? Why go after your old employer, Zaid?
How you know my name all of a sudden?
Good question.
Damn, wrong door. He needs you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. He's a recent acquaintance.
How recent?
Very.
Shit. All right, I'm listening.
Been a while, Zaid.
Shepard. Glad I wasn't just making an ass of myself over a hunch. Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
Where's Korlak?
I'm here, Commander. You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Did those mercs hurt you?
I'm fine. They wanted me alive until the fees were delivered for my capture. They didn't care about what I had to say.
You kept mentioning a colony in your message.
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
Turned? You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life. Tell us what planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
You tried to do the right thing before. It failed because you trusted the wrong people. Now here's your chance to make up for it. You're giving us Volus support, and you're going to help us make Cerberus pay for using you.
I can't.
You can.
Waste of everyone's time trying to appeal to a Volus' better nature, Shepard.
Aphis. The colony's name is Aphis. Cerberus wants its shipyards.
And the bombing fleet?
Yes, it's yours, Commander. I'll speak with Citadel security about this incident. You have my thanks.
Took him long enough to spit that out.
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Later. C-Sec's on their way. Won't be too pleased with the mess we left them. Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
On the Presidium, hand in a quest on the left.
I think I know which project you mean. And I've got a Hesperia period statue in Bay D24.
Commander Shepard, that's excellent news. I'll have it sent to that project right away. Thank you so much for your help.
On the stairs down to the shops, we can hand in a quest.
Her name is Tasha.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
Liara has a scene by the shops up the stairs. At the refugee area, we have a scene with Ashley. In the middle camp is Tactus. We need to speak to him for Dr. Chakwas.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess. C-Sec has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Chakwas spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now is not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours. You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
We have a scene with James and Zaid in the right-hand camp.
What the hell are you looking at?
Nothing.
Wondered if you'd show up, Shepard.
At Purgatory, we can hand in a quest.
I've recovered some tech from a library in Reaper-controlled space. I can have them waiting for you at Bay D-24 if that would help.
Really? Oh, damn. It couldn't hurt. Thank you.
At the hospital, we have a short scene with Jacob. In the left room, we can hand in a quest.
I overheard what you said. I found this at a Cerberus station. A poison, tailored to Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote. Thank you. The General might pull through because of this.
Back on the ship, speak to Dr. Chakwas to complete her quest.
You always pull through, Commander. We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Everything good?
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment. As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems. I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Cliff.
Now head to the Quarian ship for the main quest. After a cutscene, we can enter the Perseus Vale and enter the Geth Dreadnought for a main mission. When we reach the control room, Geth hunters will spawn, and they are even worse than they were in Mass Effect 2. Focus on them first, as they will charge at you, and they can stun lock you with their shotgun. Tali's sabotage ability will make a Geth fight for you for a short time. Make sure to make use of this ability to make things much easier. At the end of the mission, we have to fight a Prime. Luckily, it stays around where it spawns, so you can take care of the other enemies first, and then shoot the Prime from a distance. You can also have Tali hack the Prime to make it even easier.
Edie, can you clean this up?
We've lost barriers. Our comm system is jammed. Can anyone hear this? We have Geth fighters incoming. Please, if anyone can hear this, we need help. We have hull breaches. Life support failing.
Back on the ship, speak with Legion to get a quest.
You prevented physical alteration to this platform by Creator Admiral Zen. We are prepared to share mission-relevant data.
Was that a thank you?
Please select a topic of inquiry.
You say Geth fighters are targeting the Quarians' live ships?
Hostile Geth fighter squadrons intend to breach the live ship's defenses. The assigned squadrons are networked to a server on Rannoch. Live ship damage will impact Creator's efficiency. Hostile Geth will gain an advantage.
So we destroy the server?
No. Geth programs would transfer to alternate servers. They are only vulnerable through direct interface. We have uploaded the squadron server's coordinates. We are available for this mission.
We'll talk later.
Acknowledged.
Trainer will get you a quest by the galaxy map.
Commander, we've got reports of trouble at a Turian fuel depot on Sion. I've updated the galaxy map.
Check your emails and then head to your cabin for a scene with Tali. Visit Dr. Chakwas for a scene.
Shepard, remember our agreement? We'd open a bottle of cerise ice brandy every year, and it's my turn to buy.
But it hasn't been a year yet.
Yes, well, something tells me we won't have the chance a few months from now, so indulge my impatience.
Doctor, put that bottle in a safe place. We'll crack it open to celebrate our victory over the Reapers.
Admire your optimism, and I'll look forward to the day we can share it. Till then. Hello, Commander.
Back to the galaxy map. On Rannoch, we'll do the Quarian escape pod quest. I recommend taking Tali for this one, for her sabotage ability. The first set of enemies can be quite difficult. There is a Geth minigun to the right of the terminal, so grab that for an advantage. The AA guns are easy fights, especially if you're defending them. Just hop on the turrets and you will be fine. At the left AA gun, there is a terminal you can interact with for a quest.
Looks like data on the jamming towers. Could be useful.
Back on the ship, pick a side during the Admiral's argument.
Isn't moving. We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
Then read your emails before heading to the next mission, the Geth Com Hub. This mission is super straightforward. There's no enemies to fight, but there is a quest item at the first data core.
A Reaper code fragment. Let's see if I can take it along with me.
Back on the ship, pick a side during Tali's argument.
Those ships to recover life pods.
They'll be more valuable running salvage on the Dreadnought.
We're not letting people in life pods die just so you...
Zen, you can always send a salvage team later.
Then we will do the last mission on Rannoch. Near the end of the mission, we have to fight 3 Geth Primes at once. Use Tali's sabotage ability to control one of the Primes, and then I recommend focusing on the right hand one, as that area there has a lot of cover for you. So once that one is dead, you can focus on the other two. When you are targeting the Reaper, there are a few tips I can give. First off, when avoiding its lasers, turn and run, as dodge rolling has mixed success. Also, if you're moving while firing the laser, then it will take longer for it to lock on. This is crucial for the last shot when time slows down. The ending of this mission varies drastically. To get the best Paragon ending, we need to get level 4 Paragon, Tali and Legion need to be alive and have their loyalties in Mass Effect 2, and there are some calculations in the background where we need to reach 5 points out of a possible 7. We get 2 points if we did the Renegade choice during Legion's loyalty mission and kill the Heretic Geth instead of wiping them. We get 2 points for completing Tali's loyalty mission without incriminating her father. We get 1 point for the scene in Mass Effect 2 where you stop Tali and Legion from arguing. We get 1 point for completing the Admiral Corris quest with the AA guns, and we get an additional point for getting him out of there alive. When you're back on the ship, read your emails. We have a scene with Diana in our cabin, and a scene with Tali in engineering. Now let's head back to the Salian Nebula for a quest. We can also find a war asset.
Signal confirmed.
Shepard, about 72 hours ago, the reactors at a joint Turin-Asari fuel depot went offline. Scans of the station are cold. It's deserted.
What happened to the troop station there?
Unknown, but no fuel means no fleet presence in this theater. The enemy will operate unchecked. I need you to get in there, find out what's going on, and get those reactors back online. Captain Riley's on site doing preliminary recon. She leads one of our top engineering teams.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Admiral.
Good, hack it out.
Commander, Corporal Nyrek reporting. Captain Riley is on point waiting for you.
At the start of the mission, we can find a medical treatment plant on the left for a quest on the Citadel.
A treatment plan for chemical burns. This is pretty detailed.
This mission should be straightforward, but one tip I can give is to destroy all of the barrier generators littered around the map to prevent the enemies from using them.
Good work down there, Shepard. Without that depot, the entire theater would be at risk.
Others will be back.
I'm allocating a task force to maintain and defend the facility. If the Reapers come back, we'll be ready. I read Captain Riley's report. It says she and her team wouldn't have made it without you.
I'm glad I could help.
I'll keep you posted on new developments. Hack it out.
Once the mission is complete, head to Loropi where you can find some fuel and the war asset.
Signal confirmed.
We have the same in Nahuala.
I found something.
In Fontes, we have a war asset, and a quest artifact, and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Teolia, we have a quest item, some credits and some fuel. Now let's do the August Row sector, where we have a war asset and some fuel.
I found something.
In Gorgon, there is only a war asset. In Phoenix, we have a war asset, some fuel, and a Citadel quest artifact. Finally, let's do the Hades Nexus. We can find some fuel and a war asset. In Hoplos, we have a quest artifact and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In Pamyat, we have war assets and some fuel.
I found something.
In Sheol, we have a quest artifact.
Signal confirmed.
It's time to begin the Citadel DLC. In the apartment, read your emails for Joker to invite you out for sushi. Leave the apartment to begin the first mission of the DLC. When the combat starts, we get the best weapon in the game. Even on Insanity, this gun will either instantly kill any enemy, or at least deal massive damage if you get a headshot. There are a few sections where the game is set up for you to sneak, but it's super awkward and not required anyway, so you don't worry if you get caught. This section can be difficult. Take it slow, use overload to remove their shields, and then pop their heads. Skipping ahead after the casino infiltration mission, we'll face a new enemy type, the heavies. These guys can be very annoying, but use overload to remove their shields, and then bip them in the head. There are a few sections where these enemies show up and make things much more difficult, but remember the strategy and they should be much easier to deal with. Skipping ahead to the very end, and we are against the boss of the DLC. This boss is extremely hard on insanity, so my advice for this fight is to move to the left of the room and hide behind the crates, peeking out to do damage, and then move back to where you start the fight to get ammo. There are two things to look out for. First off, your clone will throw incendiary grenades, which will burn an area for a long amount of time, and it can make the safe space behind the crates go up in flames. Secondly, the clone will often charge you for a melee attack. The crates help here as it will block most of his/her shots, and they will only do the melee attack. Mash the melee button to win the grapple. The boss also has lives, which you can see in the top right corner, so not only is it a hard fight, it is quite a long one. When the clone is on its last life, he/she will hide in the back of the bay, so you will need to move up to continue the fight. After that boss, we unlock a new area of the Citadel, and we can invite crew up to the apartment for some scenes. When we leave the apartment, there's a store directly in front of you where you can buy furniture for your apartment. Now let's talk about the arena. So you pick settings of the match beforehand, and then depending on your score, you'll get either bronze, silver or gold credits. You can spend these credits in the arena store. There are a few achievements tied to the arena. After you complete one match, you'll start to receive emails asking for specific settings that you need to complete. The first match is just a tutorial. So during my test playthroughs, I found that the arena quests have a bit of randomness to them. So on some playthroughs, I got multiple quests at one time, while on other playthroughs, I had to play a few matches first before getting more quests. So keep in mind that you may get the quests at a different time than what I do, and you may even get them in a different order. However, keep in mind that the quests themselves are always the same. If you do get two quests at once, you can actually do both in the same match. To get a quest in the arena, we need to unlock its requirements first. We need to unlock everything for the last quest, excluding the extra squad mates, so aim for higher scores to get more rewards. Also bear in mind that you need to get a score of 9,999 points to get an achievement. This should be quite easy, and you should get it while doing these quests. The first quest you should get is to fight Geth enemies on Blastroid. We need another silver to unlock the Reaper enemies. As for one of the quests, we need to fight Reaper enemies without any squad mates.
Are you gonna do this or not? Because I could just take your money now. Yeah, let's do this. Good luck, buddy.
For our next match, fight against some Reaper enemies with Javik as a squad mate. You can take someone else with you as well. Also set the enemy difficulty to elite, and pick Spin Zone for another quest. You can get elite enemies from the silver rewards, and the Spin Zone map is from the bronze. We also get another quest to complete a match with no Medigel modifier activated. The no Medigel modifier is a silver reward. Next we will do 2 in 1 again. Buy the no ammo crates from the silver rewards, and then pick Cerberus as the enemies, and take James with either Ashley or Caden. Now we need to buy the Super Elite Challenge from the Gold Store, and fight against Super Elite Reaper enemies. From the Gold Rewards, buy the Mirror Match combat set, and then fight against the N7 enemies in the arena for an achievement. So for me, this battle was the hardest in the trilogy. So difficult, I actually recommend saving before you start the mission, lower the difficulty to normal, and then complete the mission to get the achievement. Then reload that save to keep the Insanity achievement in check. This footage is me doing it on Insanity, and this is the only time I have done it successfully. The issue with these enemies is that they have no cooldown on their abilities, so they can just spam them over and over again, and in some instances instantly kill you. Typically in round 3, they'll start and charge straight towards you. If you want to give it a shot on Insanity, try to stay at the other side of the map from where they spawn and keep them at a distance. This also counts as the Super Elite Enemy quest.
Got it! Affirmative!
There's only one quest left in the arena, but before we can unlock that, we need to buy everything else in the arena, excluding the extra squad mates. You will receive another email asking you to fight any super elite enemies on any map. I recommend choosing the Geth, as you can hack them to fight for you. Remember to bring Tally. After beating these super elite enemies, they will then ask you to play a match with all modifiers active. After that match, we have to fight Geth Elites on the Spin Zone map with the Enhanced Enemy Shields modifier. These settings won't actually apply, as we end up fighting super elite enemies, with each wave being different types of enemies. On paper, this mission should be quite hard, and if you're not careful, then it can be. Luckily, the map is very simple in its design, and give you plenty of cover. Bring Tally to hack any Geth that show up, and make sure to put distance between yourself and the enemies. With that done, the arena is complete. At the casino bar, you can buy supplies for the party. At the arcade, use the claw machine to win a prize and an achievement.
You could win! What will you win? Congratulations! You're a winner!
Head back to the apartment and invite everyone from your computer to start the party. Now you don't need to do anything specific here, just enjoy the scenes. But once the party is over, the Citadel DLC is complete. There are more scenes that you can have here with our crew by interacting with the computer, but there's no achievements tied to them. Now head back to the Citadel where we can hand in a bunch of quests. On the embassies we can hand in a quest and meet with the Asari Councillor to activate the next main mission.
Excuse me, I'm Commander Shepard. If you promise to be careful, I've got something for you.
Excuse me.
A Reaper code fragment. Yes, I can use this to try to predict their strategic processes. We might be able to save a few worlds with this, Commander. Thank you.
Urgently. Human, I must speak to you on behalf of my people.
What is it?
Holding sorrow. Tuchanka, my home world. The Reapers have come. Holding sorrow. Our warriors are under siege, but your forces can rescue them. Urgently, please. All the other races have turned us aside.
I'll take the Normandy as soon as we have time.
Relief. Thank you, Commander. Small hope. Perhaps we can evacuate some of our civilians when your forces arrive. Anxiously, I will remain here for news. Please hurry. Tuchanka burns.
If you have been following this guide, then you have already completed this quest in the Cillian Nebula. Leave the area and come back to hand in the quest.
We got your people off Tuchanka, Ambassador.
Utterly sincere. Thank you for your assistance, Commander. This is not a debt we can repay.
Were you able to evacuate any civilians?
Yes.
How many?
Not enough.
In the refugee area, we can hand in a quest.
I found a Prothean sphere on Gehinnom. Contact the Alliance and tell them Commander Shepard asked them to pay you for it.
Yes, thank you. I'll call them right now.
At Purgatory, we can hand another quest in.
I recovered the Code of the Ancients from Tuchanka. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
With shock and joy. Really, this is wonderful news. Thank you, human. Sincerely, this will greatly aid our people.
At the hospital, we can hand in 2 quests.
Excuse me, I recovered the Rings of Elune. They're waiting in Bay D24.
That's wonderful, thank you. My people will treat this miraculous find as a call to support their local hospitals.
I came across this treatment plant at a chemical plant. Could it help?
Treatment? What is... I've never seen this kind of process before.
Huh. Probably experimental. It's a long shot, but let's run some tests and see if it might work for our patient.
On the Presidium, we have a scene with Ashley or Caden, and we can hand in some quests.
I pulled this from a Geth jamming tower. Maybe you can use it.
How the hell did you... Oh, never mind. Tech like this, I don't care where it came from. I'll have my people run with this. When the war comes back here, maybe we can save more lives.
I've recovered the Obelisk of Karza. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
You have? It's amazing. Thank you, Commander. That's going to help immeasurably with some very sensitive work.
Depending on your choices, you'll either have a choice with Tali or a scene.
Supplies.
Tali saved the Citadel a couple of years ago. Watch your tone.
Of course. We can have ships at the colony in 36 hours. Do you need medical support?
Up the stairs, we have a scene with Miranda.
I got your message, Miranda. Is this about your sister?
Shepard, I need access to Alliance resources. I can't say any more. You'll just have to trust me.
You'll have your access, Miranda, but I don't like the sound of this.
I know, and thank you. It means a lot.
That's not the only thing you wanted to talk about, is it?
No. I need to tell you something. Confess, really. It's been eating away at me.
Confess?
When I headed the Lazarus Project to rebuild you, I wanted to implant a control chip in you as a safeguard. But the elusive man stopped me.
I understand why you wanted to. I was a complete unknown.
I've never had to deal with that many black boxes on a project. I felt blind.
Why bring that up now?
I fought against my father and his need to run every aspect of my life. He wanted total control over me, right down to my bloody DNA. After I got out of there, I couldn't stand by and let it happen to my sister. I risked my life to get her away from all that. Yet I didn't give a second thought to destroying your free will when I had the power.
This is what's been bothering you?
Yes.
Miranda, I lost 2 years of my life. You gave me back the rest of it. You could have changed me in 1,000 different ways, but you didn't. I don't know how. But you brought me back.
Thanks. But with so much being uncertain, I just wanted you to know I always regretted wanting that chip.
You can't keep beating yourself up over the past.
I usually don't. But this was important.
Some things you just don't have control over.
Guess my fancy genetics can't help me there.
No, they can't.
Okay. I hate to say it, but I should get moving. Thanks for understanding, Shepard.
Of course. And Miranda, this thing you have to do. Good luck.
Don't worry, Shepard. I always have a plan.
And we can hand the quest across from Miranda.
Actually, I found a Cagliasaur skull preserved in amber. Maybe you could clone it, or...
You're kidding? You're kidding. Seriously? Well, if the genetic material is intact, we could...
Excuse me.
We've got cloning facilities on Surkesh. Cagliasaur genes were remarkably pliable. Cloning might be effective.
Now let's complete Thessia. At the first Banshee encounter, there is a missile launcher to the left. At the second encounter, there's one right by your feet after the cutscene. When you are crossing the bridge, you'll get attacked by harvesters. Immediately fall back to the better cover, and then take out the barrier generator. You don't have to kill all the harvesters. After you kill one, the others will fly away. At the end of the mission, we have a very annoying boss fight with Kai Lang. He will just charge towards you or one of your team, and every third of his shields you take down, he will turn invincible and run to the entrance where a gunship will start shooting you. All you need to do is stay in cover until it goes away, allowing you to hurt Kai Lang again.
I've got this!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
I need to recharge! Cover me!
The gunship's taking up position!
Shepard is mine now.
Yes, Commander.
You've had your fun now, Shepard. It's a pity the good ones never last.
On the ship, Trainer will give you a quest.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map.
Reading your emails will unlock a bunch of scenes back on the Citadel. Now head back to the Hourglass Nebula, where we have some fuel and credits.
I found something.
In Platari, we only have a war asset.
Confirmed.
In Faryar, we have a war asset and some fuel. In Solio, we have a war asset and some fuel.
Signal confirmed.
In the Kalpal Verge, we only have an N7 quest.
Cerberus has taken one of our secret communication facilities. All campaigns in this theater depend on the information that dish array supplies.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
This mission is fairly easy, and there is a Citadel quest item near the second terminal we have to hack.
Cerberus encryption algorithms of some sort.
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How's Miss Sato doing?
She has to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. She wants to help however she can.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
Now let's clear the Nubian Expanse. We can find a glyph upgrade and some fuel.
I found something.
In Cortasi, we have a war asset and some fuel. in Caleb Shah we have a war asset and some fuel.
I found something.
Finally head back to the Citadel to hand in the final quest.
Your intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for. Thank you, Commander.
Now for the Sanctuary mission. This one should be fairly easy. There are 3 hallways with biotic and shield barriers, and elite enemies. Take out the barriers first, and you should be more than powerful enough to handle the elites. Now for the next main mission, the Cerberus fighter base. You may have a challenge on the catwalks. Take out these shield generators first. And at the end we have a terrible boss fight against Kai Lang. So just like the one on Thessia, he runs away like a little bitch as you take his health down. The first time he drops in some troopers. I recommend running over and spawn camping them.
This is better than Thessia. More personal. All you're doing is making humanity weak. You're using Reaper tech. We evolve or we die. Those are the options.
On his second cry in the corner, he will summon more troopers and 1 sniper. Take out the sniper first and then the troopers. On his third emotional outburst, he will summon 2 phantoms. Stay in cover as you kill these 2. Once they are dead, you can finally kill Kai Lang.
Coming. Maybe, maybe not. But you won't be there to see it.
And finally we have the last mission. The first objective is to kill an anti-air cannon. We need to use the Cane, a special weapon from Mass Effect 2, charge it up and fire at the anti-air cannon. There are 2 canes here, so pick up the second one after you've used the first, but save it until later. Wait until the Banshees approach before using the cane to kill as many enemies as possible. After that, it will constantly just spawn cannibals. Use ability explosions, and as soon as the shuttle arrives, make a run for it. The final battle may be one of the hardest yet. It's a large arena with 4 buildings in each corner. There's a Hydra rocket launcher in the bottom left building when facing the conduits. Clearing out the first set of enemies is easy enough.
There's the artillery.
The company's been
Major, what's the situation?
The beam's interfering with missile guidance. We can hit the destroyer, but we'll never make the precision strike we need to take it out.
Damn it.
I may have a solution. I should be able to use the Normandy systems to enhance the missile's targeting capabilities. I just need to create a link to the Normandy.
Once we interact with the missile launcher, we have to face another wave of enemies and 2 Banshees. Focus on the Banshees first.
You heard him, people. Get ready.
Understood.
Hang in there, soldier. Heads up, we've got more incoming.
Watch our left flank.
targeting. Missiles are ready for launch.
Got it. You heard her. Back to the truck, people.
After interacting with the missile launcher, we face a wave of brutes, which should be easy enough to deal with. Just keep running around to create space between you and them. Eventually a harvester will spawn, so stay in cover and shoot it in between its own shots. At this point some more banshees will spawn. Once the missile launcher tank is ready, make a run for it to activate it and complete this section. So this weird slow-mo section is actually kind of annoying. You need to get headshots on Insanity. And that's it for playthrough 1. Pick whichever terrible ending you want. After the end credits you'll be back on the Normandy. Save the game and quit to the main menu. Start a new game and import a Mass Effect 3 character. After the intro cutscene you'll get an achievement for importing a Mass Effect 3 character. Once you're back on the ship, head down to the shuttle bay and upgrade a weapon to level 10 for our last achievement. If you didn't import a Mass Effect 2 Shepard, then you'll need to complete another playthrough for the Long Service Medal. You can set the difficulty to normal for this one. So that's it for every achievement/trophy in the original Mass Effect 3. Thank you for watching and stay awesome.